All right, y'all, we back with another one. All right, so we got to get into Dr. Umar's basically lying about not being contacted by Wilmington, Delaware. Now, this brother right here, Basic Podcast, actually reached out to, you know, some guy named Daniel T. Walker, who was actually you know, the manager of, I guess, communications down there in Wilmington, Delaware, where he's been reaching out to Umar since going back to October 2024. So Umar knew about this ahead of time. They said it and sent several emails out to Umar, notices and everything. So he was contacted, by Wilmington, Delaware, numerous of times about this property because they wanted to make sure that the property was, you know, up to date. They wanted to make sure that the properties was in compliance with regulations. So this brother here, um, contacted, Wilmington, Delaware, um, this brother, and they sent they sent the brother an email back. So that's what we're going to get into. The brother's going to read off the email. So let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all could go subscribe to his channel too. This is a basic black podcast. All right, let's get into it.
Hey y'all, I'm actually putting out a really quick, totally could be done better video, but I think for the situation it needs to be put out there now. To everybody who's given money to Dr. Umar Johnson, I strongly
Stop it.
advise you stop.
Yeah.
In a effort to try to figure out what the situation is, I reached out to the city of Wilmington, Delaware, and I had correspondence with Daniel T. Walker, who is one of the managers and deals with communications and whatnot. I received the email back from him about an hour ago. And pardon me if I look away from the screen, because I'm actually looking at a different monitor, but I want to read this to you. Unfortunately, the statements made by Dr. Umar are simply untrue and inaccurate. City of Wilmington has issued numerous communications concerning the two properties, and the communication from the property owner has been infrequent and scarce. Our goal is to simply ensure that properties come into compliance with existing regulations. This is true of our approach to every property in Wilmington and ensures our buildings are safe and constructed adequately. We have a process to follow. The motion notice he received is another step that we will process. We invite Dr. Umar, along with every property owner, to communicate with our offices and determine the appropriate next steps of any property that enters in this phase of enforcement. Even this week, our office has contacted Dr. Umar, and I want to scroll down a little bit. Y'all got to forgive me. I got to get some. The office has contacted Dr. Umar this week, and has, let's see, inviting him once again. So he's lying to you, inviting him once again to comply with our regulations and speak with our delinquent accounts team and Department of License and Inspections to determine the path forward. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prince of Pan-Africanism is a liar. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is a liar. The Prince of Pan-Africanism is a liar
Gotta say it
and a
3 times.
grifter. And if you are giving money to Dr. Umar, he is unfortunately another one of these paper doctors who are out here grifting. I've reported about this numerous times, and you normally don't get the press and pub that it deserves. But as a service, I'm gonna ask everybody who's listening to the Basic Black podcast, and who's listening on this Instagram video, and who's listening on this YouTube video, who's listening regardless of where the platform states, follow, like, and subscribe. I mean, I'm joking with the headscarf and whatnot, but we really have to address how we're looking at grifters in our community. No one is immune. And there are others who have claimed to build projects and museums and whatnot that aren't really too far behind Dr. Johnson. For anybody saying that this is BS and whatnot, I'm going to try to turn my camera around. Probably can't see it well, but that is the email that I'm reading from. And I'll be more than happy to provide it, and I'll put it in a link in this video. So everybody, beware who you give your money to, because grifters are always going to be here, and especially ones that call themselves doctors and they're not. The FMD MG, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, is only being mismanaged and ran incorrectly by Dr. Umar
Basically
Johnson.
non-existent.
So if you want to go and have a parade, or you want to go and march on the city for this brother,
Mm-mm.
you're really doing a disservice to yourself, because
First of all, Umar wasn't transparent with y'all. He wasn't. He didn't let y'all know what was going on, and that's where I feel like the people should step up and speak on it, because especially the people that donated, his supporters, because he wasn't transparent with them. He didn't let them know about any of this stuff that was going on until stuff started happening. Until he couldn't really hide it anymore. He had to come out and say something.
it's in black and white. And then they provide me a timeline also of how they tried to contact him, going back to October of
Mm,
2024, January 1st, 2025, deadline to request a waiver. He never requested a waiver. April 2025, property owner submitted 501c3 documentation and photos, but did not submit a formal waiver application to speaking of an active permit.
that's on him.
And it was in revocation. That was April 2025. August 2025, multiple follow-up attempts from the finance department. August 5th, due to continued non-payment and non-compliance, an auction notice was issued in accordance with City Code 34-38B as in Bravo, which allows for the service posting when other delivery methods are not completed. Notices were posted on each property by the entrance by the sheriff's department.
Wow.
And people, if you don't know, when they post those, they take pictures. Dr. Johnson, you're a liar, brother.
Yeah,
You're a
he lied.
liar.
He
And you
lied to
should
y'all.
stop trying to grift people. And I'm going to continue to expose grifters, just like we have continued to do here. If you are a fake therapist, if you are a doctor doing practices that you're not licensed for, we're coming for you. The public will come for you, and I am too. So, Dr. Umar, pay your bills, brother. Pay your bills.
He's not going.
Pay your bills. Anyway, I'm Reggie with the Basic Black Podcast. You can catch us on many different platforms. Please look out for it. It's
All right. So the brother didn't read everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down. So he didn't read everything. So I'm gonna start from. So October 2024, the LNI sent the email property owner, Dr. Johnson, requested the completion of waiver request for the upcoming vacant property fee 2025 to 2029. No response received. January 1st, 2025, the deadline request for a waiver for 2024 registration cycle passed with no waiver application received. Past due fees ineligible for waivers. So he was uneligible to put in a waiver because it was long overdue. He didn't put it in before the deadline. This brother, yo, Umar, man, yo. So April 2025, property owner submitted a 501c3 documentation and photos, but did not submit a formal waiver application or demonstrate active permitted renovations as required under the S4 2B. Uh, the owner requested retroactive applications of a nonprofit waiver to prior year's fees, which is not permitted by code. April, I guess April through August 2025, multiple follow-up attempts from financial department regarding outstanding fees. No waiver application submitted to. So, bro, that was on Umar because he didn't go down there and submit the waiver fee. That's on him, and he wasn't even transparent with y'all about it. So I believe all that money inside that account is gone. It's gone. He spent y'all money up. It's gone. He didn't handle business. He mismanaged that property, and now they taking it. And I think he did it on purpose because he knew he was way over his head with them with those buildings, and he knew he wasn't never going to get that school open, not at the rate that he was going. Mm-mm. And then trying to financially do it on the backs of black folks, you know, because he has this notion that because black folks spend so much money, you know, on hair care products and spend so much money on Nike Air Jordans and corporations and shit like that, that he feel like that black people should have, funded the school, which I mean, I'm not mad at him because of that, because that is true. A lot of money does circulate outside of the community. You know what I mean? And then goes into other communities. It don't last long in our community. I mean, and that's due to because lack of resources. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that from that standpoint, but he was already mismanaging the donations anyway and mismanaging the property anyway. So I feel like that school was never going to open regardless. That man was just taking y'all money. That man was just taking y'all money. That's it. So man, you gonna keep y'all up to date with this, man. I need y'all to smash the like button, share this, share this video as well, and subscribe if you haven't. Also, make sure y'all come over here and support 90dayherbals.com, which we sell natural herbal products on our website. We've been selling products for at least 7 years. You know what I'm saying? You can look us up on Google, 90 Day Network LLC. You'll see, all the information pop up on our shop, about our shop and everything else. But we sell everything from hair care, skincare products, CBD, naturally grown CBD, in the form of cigarettes, pre-rolls, vapes, and CBD loose flowers where you can make tea out of it. We also have things of that nature for detox, um, skin, lotions and soaps, detox, what I say, sea moss in the form of teas and fruit infused sea moss, which you can, put that in, your smoothies, or you could just eat it straight out the jar. And that comes fresh and frozen too. So as y'all order it, it's packed fresh and shipped out. So yeah, come over here and check out our site, 90dayherbals.com. Take advantage of the 40% off sale that we got going on currently. And on that note, I'm up out of here. Peace.
Shop now at nightandayherbals.com and enjoy 35% off all our herbal CBD products. Automatically applied at checkout.